Hello, everyone. I am back from the dead, and today I returned from my hiatus with a special returning guest, Echo 7. What is up, guys?
Not much,
Not
man.
much.
Not much.
What's up?
Good to see you.
Oh, I miss doing these so much. And today we're here to talk about their new album, X-Ray in Use. Tell me a bit about that.
Oh wow. All right. Basically, it's a 7-track EP. We released it in September of this year, um, and it's a good snapshot of where we are as a band sonically and lyrically and just just even subject matter wise. It's just one of those projects that we just, if you listen to the project, it kind of goes from, Push Pull is one of those songs that we wrote very early on in our inception, and we end with Born from Ice is on there's last track, but Blame is the last song. If you look at the track listing, it's a chronological kind of progression of what we've done and who we are, and it's something that we really wanted to do. We just wanted to put out a project, something that was solid and something that kind of solidified us as a band, because we've done nothing but release singles for the past year and a half, 2 years. So to have a project and a body of work that we could put out there and say, yes, this is us, was very exciting and something that I'm very happy that we were able to do, and hopefully everyone is enjoying it and thinks a lot of it.
Oh, I definitely enjoyed it. I love every second of it. Like when I first heard about this, like I said, I blasted it and just through the whole thing, enjoyed every dang second of it. And it's definitely on one of my favorites lists for right now.
Thank
It's
you.
like definitely on my top 5.
Thank you. That means a lot, man.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. That really
Thank
does.
you. Yes.
Of course. Hey, I know good music when I see it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Speaking of like how you guys growing as a band recently, tell me about this new member.
Oh, Luke. Well, I'll let Justin tell you his feelings on Luke, but yeah, Luke is our newest member since the last time we spoke there. So I'll let Justin put his 2 cents in on Luke.
Well, I guess we had a bass player for a very little time, Bobby Hope, and he didn't stick around too long. He had to leave for some family stuff, and I guess Luke had actually messaged prior to that to come join us, and well, we responded back to his email, and he joined up with us. I mean, he's coming from like a death metal background, so like he felt that Echo 7 was going to go somewheres, and I mean, he's been a great part to the band since he's joined. I mean, he's super musically inclined. He's super outgoing with the style of playing, with just this whole ensemble. He's the youngest guy in the band too, so he makes us feel a little bit younger sometimes too. I mean, I mean, we don't get the head banging going on like him, but like that's the show. Like he puts on the show, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. He's been a really, really awesome addition to the group, and I was actually surprised that he was still around because, like Justin said, he had messaged us when we still had a bass player, and I didn't respond. he sent me a text and I didn't respond, and then Bobby was like, "I gotta leave. I got things to do," and I sent him a text like out of the blue saying, "Hey, are you still interested?" And he responded right away, and he's like, "Yes, I am." And here we are. So we got very, very lucky on that one. That we it was the smoothest transition between bass
Yeah.
players
Oh
that
yeah.
we've ever had. But we've gone months,
Yeah.
gap without bass players. And Bobby, much to his credit, he's a guitar player by trade, and he auditioned as a guitar player, and he was like, "Well, I can play bass if you need me to."
Yeah.
Which, I mean, like, again, speaks volumes to his character and just him as a musician and wanting to help out. And because of that, we were able to release Keep from Breaking, and record that and do that and get that done. So I mean, and even Born from Ice, he was on that as well. So Bobby contributed a lot in a short period of time. And again, just the fact that he was willing to come on board and learn, to transfer from guitar to bass and willing to put that work in and to try to make it work so that we could be a band. means a lot, and we're definitely in debt to him for that. And but Luke has been a great addition. Like Justin said, he brings a killer energy that I don't
Yeah.
think any of us combined have. Um, but it's great. It's amazing. It's really good. And he fits in. He fits in well. And it's been a good 6 or 7 months, and we hope that he hangs around for some years to come.
That definitely shows his determination. I love that.
Oh,
And
he's
I
young and full of piss and vinegar. Like he's just young and full of piss and vinegar. Like we all cap him over 10 years or more. Like he's an age, right? So like him just swinging his head around. Like for me, if I did that the next day, I probably wouldn't be as mobile.
Oh, I love that. And I definitely feel the thing with having a younger person there. You guys all feel younger. It's the same shit at work for me. I'm the youngest in the entire shop, and everyone tells me we feel a lot younger because of some dumbass like you's here. I'm like, doing my job then.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love the artwork for this too. The whole X-ray thing. It really fits the EP name, X-ray in Use. You got the little skeleton X-ray right there.
Thank you, thank you. That was it was that's the direction I wanted to go in with it. I wanted a cover that was going to stand out. Like most bands when you do their first EP or their first release, it's usually a band photo, or just like the band name and like a bare background, and I wanted to treat this as if we've been making albums the entire time, right? Because every single that we put out, we do artwork for, to make it unique, right? And so this, I just wanted it to stand out, and I wanted it to be an art piece. Like I wanted it to be one of those covers. I think it's a lost art. Like back in the '90s during like the grunge era, bands were very specific about the imagery they put out because CDs were still a thing, right? So bands were very specific, even in the '80s, very specific about the kind of artwork they put on their records because they wanted it to be unique and wanted fans to know it as soon as they saw it. And I think that's kind of what I was going for. I wanted something that was going to stand out, that was visually going to pop, and a title that people would be like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't want to do a self-titled record. I wanted to do it again as if we've been doing this all along. And I felt the body of work and the and all the effort that we had put into it kind of deserved a good piece of art and a name and a proper title to it. So that's kind of the thought process with that whole thing.
I have a very high respect for that because honestly, as a collector of CDs myself, I get the whole artwork thing. I love seeing unique artwork on anything I listen to, whether it be digital or hard copy. Just knowing that there are people who put effort into their art, the music's gonna be good.
Yeah, and that's it, right? Like back in the day, like that was half of the reason why you bought a record or a CD.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if the art looked cool, you were like, damn, they must have something go. And I'll tell you, 90% of the time it was, that was true. And there was always that small 5 or 10% where the artwork was cooler than the music.
Yeah.
But the art got your attention though, and you were like, that's really cool. I think I'll give it a shot and I'll spend my money, right? And so I think that there should be a big correlation still between the art and the music. And again, we just wanted to pay homage to that and just, put art out there that represented the music that you would be listening to. Right. And so that's kind of the thought process behind it. And hopefully it works.
Oh, it did. It definitely did.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
And that's the biggest thing for me is when the art and the music go hand in hand so well, those are bands you have to follow. In my opinion, those are bands I want to keep following until the end of time, in my opinion.
Well, hopefully we're doing this to the end of time. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I have faith. I have faith in you guys. I
Appreciate
truly do. But yeah, like when the art and the music go hand in hand to a near perfect level, in my opinion, that is some of the best stuff you'll ever listen to in your life. And this is definitely on that list.
Thank you. That means a lot. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And let's actually get into the songs because lyrically, I want to know what was the process behind each one.
Oh my! Okay. Behind each one. Okay. All right. So music. So if we break it down to the music composition and then the lyrics. So we'll start with the music composition. The music composition, and Justin will tell you this is it's pretty straightforward. Like we're probably being more detailed now. I think with the new stuff that we're writing now, we're being a bit more methodical in how we're doing it. But
Yeah,
when Justin and I first got together, it was literally if a riff sounded good, that was it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, because Justin and I, we're like, the co-founders here. So we came into this with a group of songs, and we literally, I remember us having jam sessions in my studio, and he would just come with riffs. And I was like, yeah, I like that. Okay, great, next song. And he would come with another riff. I was like, yeah, it sounds good. Next song. And so that's literally how we did it. It was a very quick process.
yeah,
And as we've gone along, it's gotten a bit more methodical and a bit more detailed. But everyone in the band has an equal say in what happens and what goes on with the songs as far as composition goes. Whether if a riff is not sounding right, if it doesn't make sense, if we feel we should take it in a different direction, or oh, that sounds too much like this, or doesn't sound enough like that. We all have an equal say, and that's by design. Like the whole idea behind Echo 7, foundation wise, from day one, has been that we are a team. We are individuals. We are all on the same level. We all are contributing the same. We all have the same right to criticize, to bring ideas to the table. It's not just one person making all of those creative decisions, because that's not how it works, right? That's how
yeah,
bands fall apart, right? When you have someone dictating what everyone does, that's how it falls apart. Um, and I never wanted that, and so that's how we still to this day work it. But yeah, early on, it was very much oh, hey, that sounds great, done.
yeah.
We didn't question it. We just ran with it, and that's
Yeah,
how.
built from that.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I just build off that and run with it.
I think
Um,
we did everything what 4 fucking times or something.
yeah, yeah. Like I mean, it's just one of those things where it was a very simple, straight ahead kind of process.
Yeah,
Lyrically is a different story. So lyrically, I wrote on this project. I wrote Push Pull, Blame, Only I, Keep from Breaking, and Steph wrote Tree. Well, Tree's not on here, and Steph
and
wrote
compromise.
Compromise. So if we're going through those tracks. Push Pull, is just about, it's a song about all the songs are about personal struggle and enlightenment, basically, right? The whole theme of the album and why it's called X-Ray in Use is because these songs are introspective. You know what I mean? So Push Pull is about you fighting against yourself, right? I see my enemy and they look just like me. That's what that song is about, right? I see inside of me who I want to be, the hope and the laughter. I know what I'm after. It's hard for me to breathe. That's what that song is about. It's about you either breaking bad habits, letting go of again, it is something that a hurtful kind of routine that you're in, and you're striving to break through and be better. And that's what push pull is about, because when you're trying to break those bad habits, it's easy to fall back into them because they're comfortable, right? So that's why the song is called Push Pull, because there's always that tug of war between doing the right thing that you have to do, or continue to go down that path that's comfortable even though it's killing you. That's what Push Pull is about, right? And then you go from Keep from Breaking. Keep from Breaking is just about a song about you being in a situation where someone has hurt you and disappointed you so bad that your anger is manifesting as crime. And so the hook, if you ask the question why, don't be surprised to see me cry. It's another thing. It's the only thing that I can do to keep from breaking you. So me crying is the only thing that I can do from like just breaking you in half. That's what Keep from Breaking is about. Um, and so it sounds like, if you're not paying attention to the lyrics, it sounds like the chorus is saying that you're crying to keep from breaking yourself. It's not about that. The song is about personal restraint. It's about you having enough restraint that you're choosing to cry at that moment than to just choke the person or hit the or throw something at them. You're choosing to internalize it and absorb it, right? But that person on the other end is like, oh, well, why are you crying? I don't understand that, right? And that's what that song is about. Blame is a the song that's out, the single that's out now. That song was inspired by my son. He's in university, and we had a conversation about how he was saying how things are so much different at the college level playing ball, and how there are guys that just like hate you for no reason, like they're not putting in work, but they want to hate that you're putting in work and progressing, and that really kind of sparked something in me, and so I wrote this song that is basically about that. Like, the blame is about you realizing that someone's jealousy and envy is their problem, not yours, right? So no matter what you're doing in life, if you're progressing and making progress and people on the sidelines, family, friends, strangers, whoever, want to criticize you and think that you are now that, oh, you think you're better than me, or want to think that you're cocky or that's their problem, right? I see that hatred, all the demons inside that exist, the jealousy arise, makes it hard to resist. You try to feed the lies, but it won't even matter. Your focus is shattered. You only have yourself to blame. That's what that chorus is about. That's exactly what it is. You, as the person hating, that's your issue. That's your problem. If you're not making progress in your life, you have yourself to blame. Don't blame me because I'm going down my path and you don't like it. So that's what blame is about. And so the songs are all introspective, and they're all about fighting internal battles and things that people go through on a regular basis. And that's what X-ray News is about. X-ray News is about looking inside of you. It's about, when you go to an X-ray, and I used example before, like when you go to the dentist and you take an X-ray, everyone leaves the room. It's just you sitting there in that chair with that lead vest on, right? Oh, here's that vest. All right, we'll be back. And they run away and they click the button. And you're sitting in the dentist chair getting the X-ray, and you're the one sitting there taking all those X-ray and the gamma rays and all that, right? So in the end, no matter who's around you that may be supportive, that may help you, that may want to give a kind word or whatever, in the end, it's really just you alone in a room having to deal with this and sort it out. And that's what X-ray in use. That's the meaning behind it. And all the songs are about introspective battles and subject matter. So that is a brief consensus of what the project is lyrically and musically.
I knew I had a good connection to that for some reason.
It's a lot. It's a
No,
lot.
I mean, I've dealt with almost everything you just said, like all the internal battles, the whole, like, I'm keeping myself crying so I don't beat the absolute hell out of you.
Right, and
that's happened
it,
to me
right?
with
Those are
several people who I no longer
people
talk
go
to.
through.
Yeah.
That's what people go through, right? And so that's what I know. For me, that's what I write about. I write about what I've been through. I write about what I've experienced, and I've experienced all those things I just spoke about. Those are all things that I have gone through, and when my band comes up with riffs and melodies that speak to me, it just that's what I write about. But that's the kind of what we do. Like, we want to write music that resonates with people. We're not. I mean, there's a place for party songs. There's a place for dance songs. There's a place for all that. We're just not that band, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, like, and I think on top of it all, with modern rock now, like, we're I'm not trying to be cheesy, and I'm not trying to purposely write songs for a TV show, or write songs to be placed in movie. Like, I'm not writing songs for that reason. I'm writing songs because that's how I feel. And so it warms my heart to hear that you resonate with the lyrics, and hopefully other people do too. Like, it's the songs are about going through struggle, but the songs are also about being victorious at the end of it, right? There's a line in Push Pull, the cloaks and the daggers, my being here matters, right? Like, that's an important line in that song, right? Like, yeah, you going through your struggle of doing right against doing wrong may be hard, but you being here matters, right? you know, and then the chorus, it's all a test to push and pull you back. You know what I mean? Like that's all it is. It's not the end of the world. It's only a moment in time, right? So, so yeah, I hope that people get it. I hope that people listen to it and they get something out of it. You know that's the hope, right? That's kind of why we create art for people to kind of resonate with. And so, yeah, man, that's it. That's what we do.
A lot of that is how I got here, actually, like all the internal struggles. It's like because this project was originally my therapy to a whole bunch of trauma that I endured.
Mm,
And then I made it into something beautiful, which I hope to keep alive for as long as I can. So I
absolutely.
can definitely resonate with that EP.
Awesome, man. That warms my heart. It really does. It's nice to hear that, because as a songwriter and as a musician, you hope for that, right? You hope that your stuff has a positive effect on people and that you're helping them through stuff. Because I know there are plenty of songs, and we all know there are plenty of songs that we grew up listening to that helped us through. And so, for us to be able to give back in that way is cool, man. So that's very nice to hear, and I appreciate that. I really do.
And my biggest thing is being able to give back to those artists is why I love doing this project. So knowing that I'm also helping them is what makes it all worthwhile to me. Because like I said, music is what got me out of, well, killing myself last time we spoke. And this EP kind of also shows that because it's like you're doing your internal struggles, you're getting better, you're moving on, like how I moved on from my shit and started this whole thing here.
Yeah. And that's it, man. That's what life is about, right? It's about we've all been through struggles and hard times, but it's about growth. It's about moving forward. It's about finding that positive and realizing that life is a marathon, not a sprint, right? It's about
Yep.
living long and taking your time and making, good steps and being successful in the long run. It's not about, getting money and getting all that and dying and that's stupid, right? You want to live long, you want to, you want to experience life and enjoy it and that's what it's about. And those are lessons that everyone at one point in time has to go through, right? So I mean,
Definitely.
it's one of those things that it's good to hear, man. Like I said, it definitely warms my heart to hear that you resonate with the material again I hope that other people do as well, right? If we can do that for people, then I think we've done our job.
Yep.
I definitely think so.
Thank you.
Of course. Like honestly, some of those songs, I'm gonna be real, I did shed a few tears because like I said, I related to everything on this. I will not deny that fact. I did cry a bit. I'll be
Okay,
honest.
I listen. I again I it's hard, man. Like it warms again. I don't even know what to say right now because it's one thing when you write a song. Like when Justin and I started this band, we were like we just wanted to play music. We'd start a band, right?
Yep.
We were like, you know what, let's just start a band and just do that. And there were many times during the 3 years where we didn't think we would survive as a band, right? We
No.
started during COVID, and that was just hard as heck to get through as a band. You couldn't play shows, you couldn't get together to rehearse, you couldn't get together to record. And there were a lot of times during this process where I wasn't sure the band was going to stay together. For us to go from that to where we are, and to hear your feedback, it's touching. It really is, man, because it's one, it is the reason why you write songs. It's the reason, why you go through what you go through as a musician, right? You want to help people, right? And you want to touch people and you want people to resonate with your music and say, yeah, I get that, and that it means a lot. It really does, man, because I've been doing this for a while, and to hear that from you really really means a lot, and I thank you for sharing that because it definitely it means a lot. It means a
Of
lot.
course. Anytime, anytime. And speaking of like COVID and everything, tell me about this tour you guys just did.
I'll let Justin take that, man. Tell him about the tour.
Well, we did our EP release tour. We started off in PEI. What was that? What day was that?
I think that was in late October, and I think it was like
I think it was 18th of October. I think.
yeah.
and we play with a band, Magnolia. They're from PEI. Very, very talented guys. Very, very. We were at a very good turnout because of them. I'm assuming. I mean, they have a big out call in PEI. They also I think this is one of their common bars that they played at, and I think they play quite frequently in there. So it was nice for them to invite us out to play a show in their area and basically in their bar. We got a lot of good feedback at that bar. We got a lot of good feedback from everyone around. I think where the next show was at the Igloo Lounge.
Yeah, the Igloo in Moncton, and then we did Fredericton, and then we did
Lexi's, then Fredericton, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we did 2 Moncton shows, then we went to Fredericton, and we finished in Fredericton. So we did that a couple weeks ago with the Broken Records Bar and Grill. But we played with some really good bands. Like I said, Magnolia from PEI, Daily Grind from Moncton, Within Harm's Reach from St. John, Shades of Sorrow from here in Moncton, J Country, Slush, Sprawl, both bands from Moncton. So we had a lot of good support on the tour. Great venues, good time. And it was something that, we said we wanted to do a tour. We did it. So we put our head down and we put together a tour, and it was good. It was a local tour, but it was good. It was a lot of work to put together, but we had a lot of fun doing it. We're going to hit the ground running next year with shows. Hopefully do, twice as many shows as we did this year. And we're working on a new album now. So hopefully that'll be out next fall. So this time next year, we should have a full-length album with at least 10 tracks on it. That'll be out next year with videos to go with it. In the meantime, we've got Born from Ice. The video is coming out in the next couple weeks. And then we have a deconstructed record coming out. So basically, we're taking X-Ray in Use. And I have a DJ friend of mine who is basically, he does like EDM and deep house. He's from the UK. So he's going to basically break all the songs down and do remixes of all 7 tracks. So we're going to release a deconstructed, kind of like Bush did back in the 90s. We're going to do the same thing for X-Ray in Use and do an electronic EDM house breakdown version of all 7 tracks. So I'm highly looking forward to that because we worked together in the past on some other projects, and he's pretty good. So I'm looking forward to hearing what he's going to do and how he's going to slice all this stuff up and make it sound different. But yeah, so that's what we're doing.
Now you got me excited. Holy shit.
Oh man, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if we're going to press any CDs for that one. I'll talk it out with him, and we'll do like a short 50 CD run of that one.
I'm gonna be ordering one of those in a heartbeat.
That's good to know.
Same with this one. If you make a CD for this EP, I will be the first one to get a copy.
Oh, dude, I thought I sent you one. I didn't.
Oh, you did? What? I didn't receive anything.
Oh, dude, send me your address. I'll send you one.
Oh.
I thought I had sent you one. That's my mistake.
I will definitely send one out
to you. If you didn't get one, send me your address again, and I will make sure you get one. What size shirt are you? I'll send you a shirt too.
2X.
All right, I'll see what I got. I will put together a package for you. Send me your address, and I will definitely send you one. You got to hear this on CD. If you think this is good,
I have 2 big speakers back there for a reason.
So I will send you the CD, and I'm telling you, the CD hits harder than the street.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it. Honestly, those speakers may look small, but when I put it up to 12% volume, the floor vibrates. Yeah, so they are powerful speakers for their size.
Listen, send me your address, man, and I'll be sure to get you.
I will send it as soon as I start recording.
Awesome, man. Sounds good.
Oh, you got me excited. I love this. I always love going to the bands I work with, and I order stuff from each band I work with. That's my thing. If I can't really turn my computer right now, but I have posters everywhere from all the bands I've interviewed that I've been able to order from. CDs, same thing. I try to get a little piece from each band I work with and add it to my personal collection.
Nice, very nice.
That's a big thing
with
me.
Stuff for your collection for sure, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
I can't believe it's already December. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I know,
Uh,
seriously, right? December 2nd tomorrow.
yeah, I feel so old. I'm gonna be 25 this year too. Damn.
Oh, listen, man, you got many years ahead of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, this has been so much fun. It's been so nice reconnecting with you guys. 'Cause it's been like forever since we've done anything. Because I think the last time we talked, I was using the old name still.
Yes, yes, you had rebranded. I remember that.
Yeah,
So it's
and it's
been at
been
least a year, yeah, if not 2 years, right?
yep. And the
Yeah.
rebranding was so nice. I did a little radio show with another host for a while. We used to play songs from bands. I think I include you guys on that one point.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
reason I stopped doing that was because of my job, because
Yeah.
I do 10-hour days. So I've been really focusing on that.
Yeah.
But I've been dying to get back into this. It's been so
Yeah.
long. And right now with work, I'm at a point where I can do both again
Great.
because I've learned enough to where I can learn the other stuff a lot easier. So I can at least get back to doing what I love.
Yeah,
So
well,
my
let's not
first thought
let's
was let's
not
do
let
it.
it be 2 years before we talk again.
Oh, I won't let it be that long.
No, like so we got the album coming out next year, so we'll definitely
Oh yeah.
we'll definitely try to link up next year and talk again. And I got to tell you, and I told the band this today. I am very excited for the new material. I don't think anyone is ready for this. I don't. I really don't.
The best things,
I don't.
the
I
best
don't.
things are what you're not ready for. Those are
I
the
don't
best.
think I just don't like I just don't think that anyone is going to expect what this record is going to sound like. I don't. I think that everyone is going to be very very surprised at where we're at and
Hey,
what we're coming out with because it's nothing like what we just released.
the best things
No.
are the things you don't expect.
Yeah, so I'm just putting that out there. I've been saying it every chance I can get because it's the truth, and I'm very excited about it. And you know, I hope the band is too. But I know for me, just from the demos that we've got now, and I'm very, 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 very excited for the new material to come out.
I'm
Um,
pumped.
it's going to be it's something. It's something, and I think this is going to I think it's going to shock a lot of people because it's nothing like X-ray. X-ray in use is great. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But this is something totally different.
I'm super excited for that. My biggest regret right now is that we're almost out of time.
Yes, sir.
Damn it, Zoom. But
No, it's all
dude,
good.
this is so fun. It was so much fun to speak with you guys again, and I am really, really excited for the new material. I cannot wait for that to come out. You got me excited. I won't be able to sleep for shit, but that's the best part. I think
No.
I'm gonna wrap things up here before we get auto cut like that first time we did this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you guys again, and thank you for being the first guest to return after my long hiatus.
Thank you for having us, man. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Anytime,
Thank you.
anytime. You guys have a wonderful night, and I will be in touch.
Awesome,
Take
man.
care.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
man.
Take care.